Live again. I'm really excited that you are hopefully joining us for the third time. And well, we have a lot to do today. We will work on the gigantic miniature map from Summoner's War, which we have basically been working on for weeks now. And maybe we can have a short look onto the map so that you know what it looks like right now. And then, well, we will show you some stuff which we have prepared. With me today in the studio here is Andy. He is doing all the technical stuff behind. The genius man working.
Oh yeah, hey guys.
Working that you can see and hear me, and he did an incredible job so far. Then somewhere downstairs is Kirsten. No. That's not Kirsten, that's Butters. Kirsten, where are you? Yeah! So we got Kirsten, and she will show us some crazy continent painting techniques and beautiful stuff she already had done so far. And then the man behind the camera, it's Steph. Hi! He will show us some beautiful LED magic, and he will also take care that you get the best view, the best point of view for, well, today's third live stream of the Summoner's War miniature map we are creating. Now, I'm quite excited. I'm so excited that I had to write everything down on the paper to make sure that we don't forget anything. But before we come to the different stages, I'd like to wrap up. I'd like to tell you what we have done so far, that for those of you who have not seen the last two live streams, know what we have done so far. I'm excited. Andy, can we see the video?
Sure.
Okay, this is how it all basically started. It started all with the table you see right now. And Steph started working with a lot of wood. As you know, he recently moved and he built a lot of stuff with wood anyway. And then Kirsten jumps into the picture and she started painting. She added beautiful layers of color, and you have also probably seen all the details she added in her workshop here on the live stream. It's incredible. I love how the very first base layer looks. And this, well, it's the next big working step for us. We started working with this new, well, for us, new material. This is styrofoam. And it's quite lightweight, and you can cut it by using a hot wire, a hot knife, for example. It looks beautiful to get or to sculpt these mountains, for example. And this was somehow the first working step. Here you can see Kirsten placing the very first continent onto the map, and then ingame. And I am asking Kirsten again, what does ingame mean? It's Japanese. Dog spirit. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you see some of the stuff we have done so far. A lot of glue, a lot of different layers of foam, of cardboard, of this ugly stuff, which is paper clay. And yeah, you can sculpt beautifully with that. It's with toilet paper, with different kinds of glue, and this is where we are right now for Summoner's War 6-year anniversary. And I promise you, after this we will really start. First of all, I'd like to thank today's sponsor. It is Summoner's War. It is the company behind Come To Us. And we met a year ago. They remembered what I was doing with clay, and somehow we talked, and I told them what we are doing in the studio together. And this is the moment where the idea was born to build a gigantic miniature map, and we are all really excited for that. And I will show you our base reference material, which is basically the game itself. So we did a lot of screenshots. It is Summoner's War, and for those of you who don't know the game, I hope you can get the sound. I give you a really brief overview of the game. So this is my island with all the important buildings, but what I wanted to show you is this. It's the overall world map. It's quite red, right? Is it the screen? Is it my, just a sec, night shift mode? It's somehow tradition that I switch off the night screen mode. But it's a great function, of course. I'm really thankful for that. This is the the miniature map in real life, in the game. And you can see all the different continents, Garin Forest, for example, which will play an important role in today's live stream, but all the other locations as well. The volcano, for example, we will work on this one, and also some of the parts which I have not unlocked so far. So what is the game about? It is about fighting. I go back to Garin Forest and you see this is the most easy battle you can basically do. And just to get a brief overview, this is how to kill these. I have my monsters, two of the most basic monsters, but don't worry, I will show you some of my crazy monsters as well. And I created one of these crazy monsters, and I have prepared this for the live stream. So it is about fighting, it is about developing your monsters, it is about collecting all the different monsters. And I will show you later some more about that. These are the monsters. My favorite right now is probably the giant warrior. How to get to the giant warrior? Give me a sec. Can I get an overview rune, for example? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. I can increase the power with the runes, for example. I will also show this later, but that's it for the game for now, because we want to start working, and I will start with some painting and sculpting. I have prepared a beautiful monster many of you Summoners War players really love, and we have prepared a video for you of Barbara. And Barbara, who is Barbara? It's the water beast rider, but let's just call her Barb for today. Can we see the video? That's Barbara. And you see her on the, what's it? A black tiger? Panther? I'm not really sure. It's basically just black clay. I used some further black clay underneath that it is somehow lifted, like the stand. And then we bring in some different colors, and you see how I got to this point, which I will show you in a minute. This is Barbara itself. So we are dressing her up right now. This is the torso, and we will place this onto the, I'm starting to sweat, onto the panther, and adding, the face, the hair itself, adding the ears, and further more details. This is where I am right now, and I have prepared Barbara over here. I will show you. And hopefully, as you know, I have destroyed some of the monsters in the last live streams. This is Barbara. Maybe I can zoom in just a little bit to show you what I've been working on. And we need a knife, and I try to remove Barbara really carefully, because you can make the size comparison. Look at that. It's nearly the size of my thumb. I've never created a figurine that tiny, and I am really afraid I will break it. Okay. Now, what I want to remove, and then we can start working and placing this beautiful creation onto the map. I try to remove the stand, and I have my scalpel for that as well. Okay, removing this piece. Oh no, I broke the spear. So really careful. Just be careful. Just be careful. So much work. Okay, I got it. Sorry for the sound. And we can glue the spear right into her hands. And in the last live stream I didn't have some super glue. Now I have, and we will glue the spear into her hands. Just like that. Okay. As a comparison, I will show you this character in the game. So I go to monsters. No, this was not monsters. Just give me a sec. I don't want to go into this dialogue. Monsters. Okay, it's collection. So you go right down there to collection, then water, because it's the water rider beast. And then we are looking for Barbara. Where is Barbara? Barbara. There she is, looking quite beautiful. And as you can see right now, she has some of these. Maybe I can brighten up the screen. Just no, I can't. I can make it maybe a little bit brighter on the camera itself. I hope it works. So you can see all these blue lines right there. And I tried to paint them right now, adding some of the golden details as well. Okay, so we keep this, but maybe we can mute this beautiful music and yeah, start working. And then we will go downstairs after this and go checking what Steph has been working on and also what Kirsten has been working on. Now, where's the blue pen? So these are all the pens I am using most of the time. Ah, you remember this guy from the last live stream? Woo! Okay, now I try to be really careful and add the lines. Okay, maybe just like this, another symbol or another rune right there. Then we have some further lines right there. Oh, it already looks quite nice. I'm really happy with the result. Now, what about the head? We have some lines here and also some lines right there. I hope you can see this. Okay, I try to be careful to... No, I just broke one of the teeth. But we will fix that because we now have some super glue again. So this is how I fix tiny stuff with a scalpel. And hopefully, no, it disappeared somehow. I just found the tooth again. It's really tiny, look at that. Okay, how to get this tiny tooth onto the peak of the scalpel. Okay, now I got the tooth. We take the super glue, just a tiny drop of it, and we will place it into the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How is everyone? I'm reading the comments right now. Yeah, Andy does not only take care of the technical part, but he also will read your comments and give them to me so that I can respond properly. Okay, looking beautiful. Now, what else could we draw? We have these lines. Yeah, we need a golden pen and then we are almost finished. I have some golden pens and some of them are working, some of them are not working. So let's find out. Okay, this one's working. Then I don't mind. We have this golden metal jewelry around the tail. And yeah, I try to paint this carefully around the tail. And this figurine is really small. Okay. So, what do you say about Barbara? Do you like Barbara? Beautiful. Great. Yeah, I'm quite happy with my first step of today's stream. Now I would really love to go downstairs, go check on Steph what he wants to show you and also what Kirsten is working on right now. So let's go downstairs. Oh, I'm in observer mode. Now we are downstairs. Here you can see the map, the gigantic miniature map. And as you can see, yeah, we already worked on some stuff. We already painted some beautiful stuff, but we'll get to that in a minute when I interview Kirsten about that, about this part. You see some cables, and now I would really love to switch camera, switch with Steph, so he can tell you more about what he has been working on. So, what did you do?
Well, I didn't do anything with the cable, to be quite honest. It was Moritz. He's not here today. So I will show you what we have prepared. We teased it in the first live stream, I guess, that we want to place some LEDs. And these are the LEDs which we want to place underneath the volcano to light it up and make it seem like it's burning.
Ooh, it's lightning.
It's light. Not really, but there's thunder.
Same thing.
So this is gonna be the volcano.
Oh, look at that.
And the continent for it is just in preparation from Kirsten, so she will get to that later. And we will pour epoxy resin up here, it will run down here, and hopefully it gets
illuminated as well.
As well. We'll see if that works. Maybe, maybe not. Well, we'll see. And what we did inside is we placed a plexiglass. I think it's plexiglass, I'm not sure. So I cut it open in the middle. I placed the plexiglass on top. I glued it back together. And that's how it looks right now.
Oh, it looks crazy. And I guess it will even look better when it is dark, so that we just get the volcano glowing. Yeah, so that you all see the reference image. I'm on a cable right now, so I think I can't go any further.
That's it.
Yeah, but this is the volcano right there. So you can see this one. Yeah, so yeah, thanks a lot for showing this, and also thanks a lot, Moritz, for helping us with this.
Yeah, and it's not the only one where we put LEDs in. So there are many places, like for example Rift World is the biggest, I guess.
Yeah, we have some cracks in the ground as well. Rift Worlds, maybe very beautiful with some wool as well.
We'll try to place some on the arena and the dimension hole.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, what's this one called? It's the dimension hole. Yeah. So maybe, we talked about that. You see the portal right in the middle, and we thought about trying out some translucent clay, which gets a little bit transparent after oven hardening. But well, we will check it out. We will see how this works with some LEDs underneath, and hopefully it will look beautiful. Okay, thanks again. Now we will switch over to Kirsten's place.
Oh,
and
yes.
well, we will see what she's been working on. What are your plans for today's live stream?
Yeah, it looks like I haven't been doing anything, actually, because this is still white. But I've been painting the other parts, so I did some things. And what I'm going to do today is working on this continent. So the desert is where I'm starting out, and we'll see how far I get.
Yeah.
Would be lovely if I could finish it today. And yes, it's just
There
going to
we
be...
have a better view on the volcano.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. Go me. I always print stuff. The
No,
guys...
it was me.
True that, but I asked you to do it.
Well, then
And
changed
once it is finished, you can already see the shape
Yes.
of the volcano, right?
Yeah, we placed it beforehand. We wanted to know where it sits.
we can grab it and just
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
We can take a look
I'll go and fetch it.
together. It's going to be epic.
Yeah, this is always this magical moment. Oh, it's like a puzzle. It only works in one direction.
And
No.
you obviously
No.
don't see how the puzzle works.
this has to show to the
What about this?
Yeah, well, this is beautiful.
This is beautiful. This is how it looks on the inside. Look at it. All the beauty, all the magic. No, please.
Okay.
Do it like this. Yes.
So for those of you who have never worked with this type of paint, it's acrylic paint, right? Is it?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
like it's very very simple. Nothing fancy about it. I'm pretty sure you can get something similar where you're from. Acrylics is a nice material because it dries fast, it's durable, and it's water resistant, and it actually helps us with the resin too. So that's what I'm using.
You already prepared some of the colors, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's Tamar
So
Desert.
these are the different countries somehow? You already prepared?
No,
This is just for Tamar Desert.
this is just for Tamar Desert.
Okay.
So what I do, what you can maybe already tell, is I mix colors and then I actually put them on the printout. So if it's a crappy printout, I actually always mix the colors wrong, which I did in the process of painting the arena. But yes, I started out and I just checked if I'm like, if it's correct or if I'm way off. So this is what I did, with starting with the lightest and just going darker and trying to grab some of these very lovely oranges, and I just hope they're as vibrant as they are in the game.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to interrupt you any further. And we will watch you multiple times in the next 2 hours, and we will have a look at what Kirsten is doing today. And she already prepared and worked on this continent over here. And I will go upstairs right now to show you a video we have done on this thing so far. So just give me a sec so we can go upstairs. Okay, I'm on my desk again. And we have somehow recorded everything we have worked on, Kirsten have worked on this beautiful painting. And we'd like to show you this one. I think it's called, the video is called Kirsten Paint, yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, and this is really crazy. Now you see all the different colors which are included right now. You see Kirsten started working from the top, then working on the edges, and started working from left to right. You can see some of the clay stuff I have worked on and we placed to see if it really matches the color. Maybe you can put me right in the corner of the screen. Yeah, perfect. And finally she worked and added some contours and some more textures and some more details to that. So I'm really excited what she will do and what she will prepare today with paint. Okay, can I just grab the paper right over there? Perfect. I think I lost mine somewhere. Before we go on, I'd like to talk to you. I'd like to get some comments, some questions. What are your questions about the project or about any other stuff? We have a question from Douglas. Will the kit blueprint set come in? Yeah, I'm glad you asked this because we got a lot of questions in the stream. I saw that. I'm so sorry. For now, we just prepared 100 of these and they are all sold out. Maybe in the somehow near future we will do another similar set, but for now we don't have any further kit blueprint sets. Maybe you can start looking for the materials for your own. I try to be really accurate about the colors, about the materials, and yeah, maybe you can just get the materials in our online store or somewhere else, of course. Now, another question from, oh my gosh, no, that's not the name. DJ Snack, I call you DJ Snack. I don't like cutting hard clay because I'm kind of scared it will break something. So how to deal with the hard clay, how to deal with it? Well, actually I can show you different techniques here on the table very quickly. So hopefully we can switch to this cam and I will show you how to deal with very hard clay. I have different materials. So this is Fimo Professional, which is really hard to sculpt with. You can see it breaks just like this, and maybe you mean just like this. It works best when I try to roll it into my hands. It has to get a little bit warm, just like this, and then you can start working with more details and it doesn't break that easily, so it's very beautiful to sculpt with right now. Or if you have clay, let's say, which just came out of the oven, I'd say you grab a very huge knife with a large blade, and make sure that it isn't too sharp so that you don't cut yourself, and you just work on wood, for example. And you can only make edges like this one, or with a scalpel, but please be careful with that. Just kidding. No, I don't want to make jokes about this. You can start working with the scalpel, use your thumb to cover it up, so to make sure when you slide into your fingers that it doesn't hurt you. And this is, yeah, one of the ways to work with really hard clay. So, some further questions. I think you mentioned two further ones from Burger Boss. Burger Boss, please make a Star Destroyer. I think you mean Star Destroyer from Star Wars. Yeah, I'd love to do some more Star Wars characters. Actually, one of these is is on the left side. Still one of my favorite characters I have done so far, because he's so detailed. The Mandalorian, with weapons, and I especially love all the colors. They matches somehow perfectly together. They blend together perfectly. We have these brown rich colors, we have a lot of silver going on, and some finish works with silver and metal markers as well. Look at the weapon. Yeah. So I'd love to do some more Star Wars stuff. I think I can even start a playlist for this. Till now I created the Stormtrooper, Mandalorian, another character would be Baby Yoda, and also the video 24 ways to kill a Stormtrooper. Okay, some further questions from your side. Shadow C4007. Hey, want to know if you have any clay sets recommendations from your store for a beginner. I'm looking to start making clay models. And will Storm King come back? Yes, definitely. We will restock the Storm King. And to get started, well, this depends. If you have problems with really hard clay, I'd say go with Fimo kits. We prepared a set for that, so we have just a few colors, but just for testing, Fimo kits is perfect. Or you start with Fimo Soft with the basic color set, for example. This is quite beautiful. that you don't have to spend too much money, just a few colors, maybe some really easy tools, or you just start with a kitchen knife or, well, with the backside of a pen, for example, and yeah, just try it out and see if this is your type, if you're happy with that. Okay, I see one further question. Will there be more Brawl Stars in the future? I somehow missed, there was a new brawler just a few weeks ago, I think. I stopped somehow playing. Right now I'm playing Summoner's War, as you know. Brawl Stars, yeah, I think I'll definitely play this, and I love to create these videos where yeah, I can come up with some crazy stuff who's underneath any kind of cloak. Another question, what has been your favorite part of this project? Yeah, thank you for this question. It's a really good one. I think it is that this one is a real gigantic team project. Normally I am working on the clay figurines and Andy helps me with editing and cutting the video. And somehow everyone is yeah, working on different projects here in the studio, but right now Steph is included, Kirsten is included, Andy as well. Then we have Moritz, which we already mentioned, who worked on the LED lights. So finally we will have a gigantic Summoner's War miniature map, and it's, yeah, of course, you can still say, okay, this part was created by me, or this person did this. In the end, this feels like a really, yeah, a collaboration, which it is. And this is, I think, the favorite part about this project. And it's a project you can't do by your own, because it's such a gigantic scale. Yeah, look at this map, it's really crazy. And all our skills are somehow coming together. I will come back to all of your questions. Kirsten is painting right now, so we are watching you.
It's not creepy, you know. It doesn't sound comforting.
I see another question. I have to take this one. Die offizielle Pommesbude says, can you speak German for a few seconds? Also, ich freue mich tierisch, mal etwas Deutsch zu sprechen. Natürlich kann ich auch Deutsch sprechen und ich freue mich auch total. Ihr wisst, dass ich mit GTV zusammen auch die deutschen Videos mache, wo nächste Woche ein neues rauskommt. Also Deutsch ist auch immer eine Option, aber I prefer speaking English most of the parts. It has actually two reasons. First of all, well, I can get to more people. It's a higher reach, of course. But this is the second reason. I want actually to improve my English. In school I was that bad at English that I had to repeat a whole school year. And when I started the channel, I started in English, so that I had this in my mind. When the channel would fail, I would still at least have learned a few more words English. Yeah. Okay, while Kirsten is still working on the map, I will, here upstairs, I will start working on the next clay thing. But before of this, and for all of you who just joined the stream, a short summary, a short video, what we have done so far. And I am always so pumped to see this video. This is our table, this is where it all started. This is a gigantic printout. And Steph started working on the frame with the wood. Kirsten did the next step and started painting. And she was also the person to hang all these printouts in the back side, which is really helpful, not annoying at all. No, I really mean it. It is really helpful. Because now you can't avoid it right now to look at these images, and you somehow yeah, you start living in this color world of Summoner's War. This is the styrofoam, and Kirsten and especially Steph worked, well, not day and night, but almost day and night on all these continents. And it was quite difficult to get the height right of all these. Hey, Jack! Thanks so much for your donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, we did some characters. This is Inugami. We created him with some beautiful blue during the live stream. I completely failed in doing this in 10 minutes. Well, I thought I could do this in 10 minutes. Artamiel, my favorite one so far. We have this golem, which we also will place in a minute. And then we have some different layers putting together the foam, and this, guys, this is paper clay. It looks quite ugly, but it's incredible to work with because it is air drying. It contains of toilet paper. We have wood glue. What else do we got?
Some wallpaper glue is also.
Some more paper glue, yeah. And everything for Summoners War 6-year anniversary. And right over here you see, well, one of the floating islands. It is the dimension hole, which I am working on right now. And the Mandalorian is watching the island right now. So yeah, he makes sure that nobody's going to steal this. Yeah. Now that you have seen what we've been working on, a short shout out to our sponsor. It's Summoners War. It is the company behind. It's come to us. Thank you so much, guys. Hopefully many of you are watching as well today. I want you to know that we really enjoy this gigantic project, that we are looking forward to see the final result of the gigantic map as well. And for those of you who just went into the stream, this is the game. This is Summoners War. It's my floating island with all the different buildings. Some of the more advanced players are smiling right now because they have multiple floating islands in the air. Well, I'm only level 16. I've been working on all these clay Summoners War stuff a lot. So I'm a little bit short on time right now. We have the battle mode with the overall map. Look at that. Look how gigantic this thing is, and look at all the monsters which we have. It's you can go into collection. I show you which one we have just created. It is Barbara. This is Barbara. I think it's one of the more popular ones. Well, I totally get it. And oh no, she just fell off the panther. Oh no. But I decided to create her. Well, maybe the face is a little bit off, but as you know, I really suck at creating faces. I'm doing some progress. Maybe I can add some more hair to this, but well, we will get there. Summoners War, I will show you some further gameplay in a minute, but right now I am excited because we need some more space over here. We will start on some more clay stuff. Maybe I can just get rid of some of these pens. The scalpel. This is my freshly baked mug. Look how beautiful it is. It's hand painted, yeah.
Which is a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie. Thanks, Kirsten, for pointing this out. Okay, well, somehow I painted this with a pen, I scanned it and then made it digital, and then, well, end of story. What is next? Yeah, next is Talan Forest. I'm not really sure if it is pronounced this way. Talane? Does someone of you know? Talan Forest?
Don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I'm always saying Talane, and I think
Talane?
Talane?
Talane.
It's totally wrong. I just like the sound of it.
So, this is my Talane Forest. These are at least some parts of Talane Forest. And I have already created it with clay, and I'd like to show you how I did this. We prepared another very short video of this because it is really time consuming. Okay, ClayClaim forest. This is an empty toilet paper roll. You can do different stuff with this. And I started coating it with some clay. I added some different types of green, and after oven hardening, well, this is where we are right now, I try to paint it. I try to get in some shadows. We have some beautiful plants, we have some thorns, some leaves, and I really love this kind of pattern and this kind of shape. This is where we are right now. And I brought some beautiful pens, and maybe I also need the print out. It should be somewhere around here. I love it when people are prepared, but I am not. Okay, this is Talane Forest, Talane Forest. Woohoo! So these are all the clay parts. I start with this Super Mario tube, and as you can see, we have some shadows right there, and I have all these beautiful different types of gray. To get a feeling for the pens, well, I start just with this, no, not with this side, but maybe with this side, yeah. And I try to paint some of the shadows. So let's see how this works. Let's see how it turns out. Okay, it could be darker, but as I told you, I wanted to start very bright, because you can always go darker, but you can never go brighter with these types of pen, at least. So I go for C6, it's cool gray, the color is called cool gray. Yeah, we should go a little bit darker. At first I thought we could do this with clay as well, and I did some experiments when you compare this rock, for example, because this rock is all made out of clay, different colors out of clay. And here you can see another rock, yeah, nearly the same shape, which I try to paint, and then we can see and compare what looks best for our purpose. Now I try to paint this dark. Someone is applauding right here. Is there some football tonight? Maybe we switch the sides. Or is it because of the live stream? Hey, if you're watching, guys, please scream again.
Not us.
No, it's not us. Okay. Now this looks great. I try to go a little bit brighter. Adding the shadow right here. Mihaset, thanks a lot for your donation. Can you put the blueprint without the clay for kit up on your website to download? Please, I really want to make him. Yes, I think Andy can take care of this after the live stream, of course. Yes, so we will take care of this, and thanks a lot for the donation. Now, as promised, we'll do the shadows. And I'm really happy how it looks like. Not too much, that it doesn't get too dark. We have another shadow right here, but we should go a little bit brighter. Maybe we switch to C4. And let's see how this works. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. It's a little bit bright over here. And this is what you can do with clay as well. We can try to make this a little bit darker as well, so that it is bright on the left side, getting dark. Maybe we can add another shadow right here. Oops. You can always remove it with your finger when it's not totally dried. Adding the shadows. Okay, I'm quite happy with the result so far. Then we have some different clay parts. We have these thorns, and this part is almost black. So I try to switch to a very, very dark one. Maybe this is C8. We try to work this one and put it onto the clay part. Oh, look at that! I love it. Also right here, and I will give you the comparison. The thorns, I will zoom in just a little bit. The thorns are also almost black. Jewel Gusman, please a shout out to my kiddo Lorenzo. He's 7 and absolutely idolizes you. I had to buy all the Fortnite and Luigi kits for his birthday. He wants to know if you will do more kits, including Pokemon. Well, first of all, thank you for the donation. Lorenzo, I really hope you are watching right now. I'm really glad you started working with clay and that you started working with our sets. It's really an honor. Of course, we will work on some more sets. Hopefully it works this way. Whenever we release the video, we make sure to provide you with the materials, with the blueprints on the website as well. It's a ton of work, but we will get there. And yes, I already prepared another Pokemon. Maybe I can show you, but just for you, Lorenzo. So it's not on the channel right now. It's a very easy one. So this is just for you. Woohoo! And we even did a short stop motion animation for this poor guy. I say poor guy because you haven't seen the animation yet. Yes, there will be more Pokemon. Just stay tuned. We have prepared this for this summer and we will do this. Thanks a lot. So this is the shadow version of the thorns, and at the tip of the thorns you see that it gets really dark, and I try to add this as well. Look at that! Finished. I just saw that some guy dropped and left the live stream because he said something like, hey, I came for clay stuff and I don't see clay stuff, I see painting, and then he left. I get that, but I really hope that he and some of you see creativity not as, okay, this is clay, this is painting, but more like creativity has no limits, has no borders, and that you mix up different materials, different stuff, different techniques, and never stop switching stuff together. I really, really hope this. Okay, perfect. Now maybe we can take this stone. This is the clay version. This is just the one color clay version. These are different colors as clay, and I try to make it a little bit darker as well. So here you go, with some further shadows. And when we are done with all these parts, we will go downstairs and place this onto the map. Yeah, making this really dark, and it looks almost like the version with clay. And just as a comparison, this one took me like 20 seconds to create, or 30 seconds. This one took me like 3 or 4 minutes, because you have to mix the color of the clay and all that kind of stuff. And well, it's up to you. If you really love to mix all these colors, you can do this. But I want to show you just some more different techniques, how I try to solve this. It's not the perfect way, but it's just one way I am using. And maybe we can make it just a little bit brighter on the top. I should have a white pen somewhere right here. Yeah, just white would be too white. What I try to do is to get some color out of it. And then the most basic, the best tool of all, the finger, the tip of the finger. Okay, look at that. It gets slightly brighter. And the comparison, I have to say, I think I really like this one better, the painted version over the clay one. Oh, yes. So then one last piece. Well, actually two last pieces, and then we will go downstairs. I know I said that before, but no rush, we have time. Try to remove these parts. Ugh. Many different parts. I'll zoom out just a little bit. Oh yeah, meanwhile you just saw Kirsten. No, I think it's great when we from time to time switch over, because this may get boring. Not.
So entertaining.
But yeah, maybe you can tell what you are doing right now, where you are right now.
So, because I pre-mixed all the colors for this one, I actually finished the first coat, so you can see it. Maybe you can switch to the free cam. You can see some of the details that I've already painted.
Ah, can we switch to the free cam?
To just get like an overview of those shadows and those light parts, and now it needs to sit a little and dry, and normally I would just use the hair dryer. That's loud and annoying, and we don't do this on the live stream. So I'm waiting till it actually dries, and I will start mixing colors for the next one, for Farthest Ruins. I hope this is how you pronounce it.
Oh, it's great, yeah.
And this is like the obvious part. I'm going to take ages. I don't take that long painting, but I take a really long time finding the right colors. So if you ever have a problem to find the right color, I feel you.
Yeah, thanks so much for your backup, for showing what you've been working on right now. I'm doing the same somehow with one pen, and I found while watching you, Kirsten, I learned something.
Just this moment.
Yeah, I just looked for a beautiful way, and I thought using many different colors, but well, I ended up doing this. Is it okay? You did something like this with your brush.
I think it looks good. I mean, I just see it on the screen at the moment, but I think it looks good.
Well, I have to wash my hands.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. I think I'm finished with all the pieces for Talent Forest, or we can do some finish work later, I think. Now I will go downstairs. I can't wait to see your piece of your artwork in real life, and not only over screen and across the room. And for those of you who have just joined, we will also have a look on the LEDs. Yeah. So yeah, see you downstairs. Ah, it's Andy. Right there. Oh, you deserve a break.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, before we go over to Kirsten, we have some LEDs prepared. Steph just showed you these, and a colleague of ours who's not here tonight. Shout out to Moritz. Hi. Is he pronounced Moritz in English? Well, we all say Moritz, just Moritz. Well, not just, but Moritz.
What's his second name again?
It's no, we can't say this on the live stream. we keep this for a revealing video.
His true identity.
Well, so what we have prepared, or what I haven't prepared, but Moritz, is those LEDs, and they're placed into the volcano.
Which is here.
There it is. So we actually plan to use a lot of LEDs in the set, and we have even like a layer down here which gives us room for the cables. So we just drill through the wood and place the cables underneath, and we have this beautiful red light shining through the volcano in the end. And as finishing touch, we pour some epoxy resin on top.
Oh, it looks
and we
crazy.
just hope that it illuminates a little bit and maybe even further down. So, but I have no idea how it's gonna work, but I can show you that it does illuminate a little bit. If I have...
Yes, you're on the right way.
Yeah,
There you go.
I left it here. So we have this little epoxy resin, whatever it is, I don't know. And
oh yeah, we have the
we-
hole right there.
well, we try not to use the hole in the end, but even if you drill a hole into the epoxy resin, what it gets is blind a little bit at the outside. So, but the LEDs are actually strong enough, so if we put one in there,
Oh yeah.
you can see that it still lights it up.
Maybe we can switch out one of these lights. Oh yeah. Even gets better. Yeah.
I mean, for the well, the cable is not long enough
Yeah.
for the dark room.
Yeah, Moritz told us we should be really careful with the cables.
Yeah, well, if not, he can fix it.
Which is what we do. When something breaks, it's always like, Maurice,
So
you can
this-
fix it. Like, you're smart, you can do it.
This is one of the LED spots. We have one over here at the arena. It has like a beautiful blue light at the front side, and we have a few lights, I guess. No, there we don't. We have a few lights here. This is Rift Worlds. It's gonna be like, what is it? Magenta? I don't know. Purple,
Yeah, I think it's
purple.
magenta.
Yeah, here you can see the map.
And
It's well right there. It will be right
behind
there.
the cable
Yeah.
somewhere. And we have a few other spots. We have the dimension hole where we will place, I think we do it with translucent clay,
Yeah, I think so.
like a little
Yeah.
ball, and
Yeah. For the
hopefully-
portal. Yeah.
for the portal, and hope it lights up with the LED. And yeah, and then we have a few here, there, I guess, no, there, there. There are a few spots, so hopefully it looks beautiful if it's dark and it lights up a little bit. So
Yeah, thanks a lot.
beautiful presentation.
Yeah. Okay, and now we will go over and see what Kirsten is working on.
Oh, yes.
How's it going?
I love
Maybe a massage as well.
I love being on camera. It's a lie. It's a big fat lie. I hate it. No. So as you saw probably a few minutes ago, or hopefully, I've already painted
yeah.
Palmer Desert. At least the first
The
coat.
shadows, yeah.
And I tried to come as
Dunes.
close as possible to the original colors. They're unusual shadow colors for sure. Like they're very vibrant, very red. But I think they're very beautiful, and I try to match that as good as I could.
Yeah, it's a big success. Well, yeah, it really is. And the hole, what is this? We don't really know, right?
We don't really know. I think this is some kind of pond.
Well, we agreed on it is a pond, so we have no reference.
This is what we decided. It isn't as see-through as other parts, so we're going to use resin, but we're going to mix it with acrylic paint. So it is still a little see-through, but it is mostly blind. We already tested that, so it's working, and we're going to... Yes, this is an oasis, we decided. Not sure what it is. Maybe someone can tell us.
Maybe we can put like a very tiny screen inside, maybe from this watch, and so that it can change over time.
It could be anything, just imagine.
And we have some plants
Yes.
right there. Yeah.
And some landmarks. I'm painting these afterwards. Maybe we can take a look on the map again. There were like some parts that I added afterwards because the first base is just like basic color, basic shading, getting an idea for the colors, and then moving on till it's dry.
Yeah.
Yes, and now it's the messy part where everything isn't what it's supposed to be, and this is green, everyone. Lovely, look at it. It's all
yeah.
wrong.
Oh, can we see this again? Can we see this again?
Here, there you go.
It's yeah.
Awful. And I'm trying to fix it.
Yeah, it looks like green.
Yes, because orange, and that's something I just learned recently. After years of painting, orange and yellow, if you add black, it's green. Like lovely green, but not what you want when you want to mix brown. So.
And these are Kirsten's brushes.
And don't they look disgusting?
No, it looks beautiful. Okay, $10 if someone's drinking from this cup.
And that's a lie. I cleaned these beforehand, and this is how well I do my cleaning, I guess.
I really hope we don't get a donation for someone of us to drink this. No donations.
Please don't do it. This was a joke. We don't want dead people because of acrylic paint poisoning.
Yes. Thanks again. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Why do we do this again?
I don't know. We are live.
We're live.
Nobody has to know. Why don't you mix in some pink?
Why do I mix in some pink?
Yeah.
That's the question. So I never use red for mixing. I always use magenta because it's like a primary red. It's what you use for mixing. Because if you want to, like, you can do not all colors, but basically all the important ones, just from primary red, primary blue, and primary yellow.
It's kind of like with a printer.
Yeah.
There's no red in there, there's magenta.
Yes, because if you use red, I tried, but if you use real red, you have like a very limited range. If you try to mix any kind of purple, you're going to really have a hard time if you use red. So magenta is the way to go.
So you're like a printer.
Yes.
CMYK.
I wish.
This is your new nickname.
This is my new nickname.
CMYK.
That's a lot cooler than
No,
any
no.
nickname I had.
You are more than just CMYK. You are CMYK with soul.
CMYK with that's awful.
Yeah.
Sounds like an awful rapper name.
Yeah, I will go upstairs right now, and we have some footage prepared for those of you who have just joined to see, how you got where you are in life.
As if anybody wants to know that.
And with painting. So follow me, everyone. But the cable is too short. This is my paper on the pizza box. Oh, there's still some pizza inside, right? Oh, it's yours, right?
No, it's Andy.
But it's with artichokes.
Yeah.
It's Andy.
We had the same.
Okay. Okay. And why did you try to convince me to take artichokes as well?
No, I didn't.
But
I just wanted to give you a choice.
but I ordered fungi.
And you got it.
Yeah, but you tried to convince me to order some artichokes on this as well. Okay.
It was just option giving.
This is how option giving is working. you have to taste this. No, it's so we didn't get a donation for someone to drink this color water, and I'm really thankful for this. No, we didn't. No. Okay, 99 cents. Thanks a lot, GT.
Not going.
Maybe I will just taste a little bit of the water for 99 cents. Yeah, as promised, we have prepared a tiny video for you, what Kirsten has done so far with painting. And yeah, maybe we can have a look at the video. This is mixing all these crazy colors together. Yeah. And while we watch the video, for those of you who are new, I try to read some of the questions from your side. Okay, go on. Okay. Okay, I will remember some of these questions. Yeah, you can see in speed mode, Kirsten, or CMYKZ as we call her, is working on these beautiful colors to match and to get all these beautiful countries on the continent itself. And here you can see the very same continent actually, and now it is lying downstairs on the gigantic miniature map. Yeah, here you can see it on the right side. It looks really, really beautiful. Especially the white part, the snowy part, which isn't really snowy and white, actually. I will, on this table, I will collect all my stuff, then we'll go downstairs and we will glue everything we have yeah, onto the miniature map. But before we do this, I'd like to take some of your questions. I know that Andy has collected some of your questions, and I start right with a question from Clay King. Where do you buy your clay? Well, as you know, we have our own online store, ClayClaim.com. You can get this type of clay nearly everywhere. It's Fimo, you get it in hardware stores or art stores, so you don't have to buy in our online store. Just have a look. This type of clay is called polymer clay. Have a look at your local hardware store. Yeah, this could be a good point to start. Okay, Catifruta, do you speak Spanish? I am so sorry. No, no, I can't. Another question which somehow is similar to the one before. The man with a pen asked, have you ever used monster clay? Maybe you can make a video about it. This is a great idea. Yes, well, I haven't tried it. A while ago, I tried out some different clays 3 or 4 years ago, and I stick with Fimo since then because I think it's the best to work on all these details, and others get some cracks and doesn't look so good. So yeah, we can make a video on this, sure. Any further questions from your side? Okay, how much time does it take to make your masterpieces? Thanks a lot. I'm flattered that you call these masterpieces. I really hope that they are not masterpieces because, well, let's take this guy for example. He looks great, but at some point, maybe we can switch to the detail cam. At some point, can we switch to the detail cam just for a sec to show the beautiful details? Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Andy. This guy, for example, I really love how he looks overall, but when you go into details, for example, these bullets, they all have a different size. The stripe is not really straight, it's somehow crooked. Then I accidentally didn't paint all the shadows right. So I really hope to spread the message that you don't have to be perfect. Just try it out. Just do it with color, with clay, with whatsoever. I don't want to make masterpieces, neither should you. You just should have fun while creating. And I somehow get furious when I read some comments in the videos which say, well, I think this one is not a masterpiece because the head is too big, so I don't want to claim this to be a masterpiece, neither should you. So just do it. Some further questions from your side. Let's see. Aaron Abel. When are you going to make Chapter 2 Season 3 map as a live stream? This is a cool idea. Actually, I thought about starting another map next week, but this will be like a regular video, I think. A live stream could be a great option. As you know, for Summoner's War, this is not the last video for Summoner's War, but the last live stream. And I really enjoyed the time. We learned a lot how to improve on live streams. I'd not say how to make live streams. I think there's still a long way to go. But we try to mix it up, make it more attractive for you as well. I could think of different ways how to include you more, that you come up with ideas, what I have to sculpt or what the guys have to paint or to build, and at the end of a live stream we will have beautiful artwork, for example. So there will be more live streams for Summoner's War. There is another video in 2 weeks and even another video after then. But this one is the last live stream for Summoner's War. I know the live stream is called Finishing the Map. Can we have a look on the map right now on the table? And this is a little hint. It's not really finished right now. We still have a long way to go. We hope, someday we hoped that we would finish this by today, but it's not possible because we are so focused on all the details which we are doing right now. Yeah, thanks a lot. And yeah, so there will definitely be some more live streams. I will come back to your questions. I'll definitely come back. For those of you who have just joined the stream, we'll wrap it up. We'll show you what we've been working on this project. But first of all, Lloyd, thanks a lot for your donation. Yo, what's up, ClayClaim? Just wanted to say that I love what you're doing and I've been playing Summoner's War for ages and I love this project. Last word from your side, and now we can see the video, what we've done so far.
No, not this way.
So, this is the table. This is a gigantic printout. This is Steph working on the frame and Kirsten putting in some more colors. Well, for now it's just white, but with all the printouts she did and hanged to this room, yeah, there is color coming in, a lot of color. It got really dark at some times in the night, so this is why there were some lights. In the last live stream, Kirsten added these beautiful details, and you can see this is what Steph been doing a lot, and he prepared and presented this hot wire to you. It's styrofoam. This is how we created all the continents. And look what he did to that. This is somehow the base of all the continents. Also with a cutter, with a knife, of course. Beautiful. And to get a perspective, this is also from the last live stream. We tried to create characters as well, as this goes for Inugami or Artamiel, doing some finishing work in the last live stream. Rick, thanks a lot for your donation. Can you make Appa from Avatar, The Last Airbender? I have no idea what this character looks, but I will look this up. I'll write it down. Avatar. Okay. So this is the video. This is some coating with an ugly material, which is paper clay, but when it is dry, it looks amazing. And it feels amazing as material for the continents. And this is the Summoners War 6-year anniversary. And we will get back to all the crafting stuff we've been working on. We will get back to that. Again, Rick, thanks a lot for your donation. During this video we have just shown you, I will check out this character and I could think of making a video from Avatar. Before we get in, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, which is Summoners War and which is the company behind It's Come to Us. I'm really happy, I'm really thankful that you are supporting us with this gigantic miniature map. We met 1 year ago and that you have seen what we are doing here in the studio. You asked us, hey, you know that we are celebrating the 6-year anniversary for Summoners War. Could you create a gigantic miniature map? And this is what we've been doing for the past weeks. Well, when did we start? I think it was like even 2 months ago. Yeah, I think so. So it was 2 months ago, even a full month before the very first live stream. Yeah, just for all the preparation stuff, for example. Before we hop in, before we create some more stuff, and what I am really looking forward to, I can show you with this camera. I have some stuff over there. Maybe I have to make it a little bit brighter. Just give me a sec. Yeah, okay, you can can't still see it. So I prepared some stuff which we will glue onto the gigantic miniature map. And I'm really looking forward to this point because it's the very first time we watch clay with the continents. Yeah. We will have a look at the game so that you understand where we are coming from, that you understand what our blueprint is. This is the floating island, my floating island. The more advanced players are smiling right now because they have a gigantic floating islands or different parts. And we go into one battle, maybe a more difficult one. Let's go to Land Forest. Well, at least for me, it's a difficult one. You choose the difficulty. We take Hell. We go into Pits. This is the final boss. I haven't created him and I haven't decided which one I will create with clay. This is Lushan, one of the most beloved characters. Okay, they attack us first and I will switch over. I will attack myself. I go from right to left, or normally I attack the strongest one first. Okay. You can not only do this manually, you can click on this play button and then they attack on their own, which is also great because once you have improved all your monsters, you can just watch them fight. And it's not 100% about the fight, it is about improving your monsters. With the runes, for example, I could show you this. I'm not really sure if I can end the battle. Yes. Okay, defeated. Aww. Can I get an aw in the chat? No? Okay. Monsters, world map. Monsters. Okay, this one, for example. Oh, we take an easy one. This shark, which I also have created. He's right over here. With clay. He's not finished yet. I should make it a little bit brighter. And no one is saying this. Okay. So this is the shark. And we try to level him up, and this part is what I really love. So I take this rune, for example. It gives us critical damage. So you see this tiny +6 right there. And we try to power it up. So you go on to power up. Ah, power up successful. We go further. Power up failed. I can't tell you why, but I really love this mechanism behind leveling up your monsters and your runes. Can we get one more level up, please? Okay. Now we get, instead of getting plus 22% critical damage, we get 25% critical damage, which is, well, not a big deal, but still an improvement. And sometimes during the battles, it goes like this. You go to the final boss and you think you are winning, but then you still have some few health points left. And this is where a 3% increase makes the gigantic difference. So I love this part about the runes. I promised this, we will come back to the clay stuff, to the creative stuff. I try to make some space over here so that I can show you what we have prepared so far. Let me just place all these clay miniatures onto the plate. There's another one. Oh, and the shark. Ooh, the beautiful shark. I like this guy. Okay, now this box. What do we got here? We have, I start right here. We have Garen Forest. These are the pieces which I will start gluing first onto the miniature map Ingame, which we created during the last live stream. Then we have Mount Size with the golem, and he will look beautiful once we place him, because now his legs are missing. The parts of Talan Forest are right there, so we can also glue them onto the map. And then we have Kabia runes. And this is just, well, my part was to create these two trees and some of these rocks. Yeah, so let's now go downstairs and start with the very first parts with Garen Forest. And I take this plate with me. What? We place everything onto the plate. And then I'm not really sure if you can see this. We have also some very, very tiny flowers right here. So I don't want to lose any of these. When you want to create flowers, it's just really easy. Let me just grab one of these. Just put some yellow in the middle, some white parts for the leaves. Do you want to see this? I could just show this because it is really quickly with clay. I need my scalpel for that. So if you want to make beautiful flowers, you just go like this. You take a tiny piece of yellow. Is it too dark? No, it's not. Okay. Make a tiny ball, put it right in the middle. Then we need some white, which should be over here. And I think we have even prepared a video, right? For all the Garen Forest parts. Can we have a look? Yeah, that would be great. And we can place these just around. It is that easy. Or you go the other way around and just show and work on the white leaves first. Yeah, here you can see how I started working on all the trees. These are made out of 3 different layers, which is really nice because then they get their characteristic look, which they have in the game. This is a trunk, so I use my scissors for cutting it just a little bit in and bending them into every direction that it looks like a trunk, adding some details, adding some grass, for example. This is some fungi. It has fly agaric I think it's called fly agaric. Yeah, also a very tiny one, placing onto the plate. And the flowers, this is what I just tried to show you. And now we will take this box right here with us, go downstairs. I will grab some glues on the way. We have the super glue and we have just regular glue. We'll go downstairs and glue it onto the miniature map. And maybe I even take the printout with me. This is a beautiful table. Yes, it is. Okay, this will be my working space for now. It really feels like an honor to place all these pieces onto your designed location. Am I allowed to place it right now, everyone?
No, of course not.
No, stop it.
Stop it right there.
Stop it right there.
No, I think it's going to look a lot better with them added.
Yeah, we have some pieces which I haven't created with clay. These ones, for example, but maybe we can take some green wool, or we thought about taking just some green paper and yeah, just it together. Okay. Let me see. I start from left to right. We have this stone which goes right here. We have the glue. And we will glue it right in position. Hopefully I get the location right. But this should work. Yeah. Blah. And this goes right there. Okay. Woo! This is the first piece. Now the fly agaric. This is the big one. This glue is very slow drying, so I switch over to the super glue, but be careful with that. Again, there have been some accidents around here. I think a needle would be great. Do we have a needle right here to stick it through and to see the right position of every item? Oh yeah, well, I already found one.
Oh, you found...
Never mind.
Okay. I thought I left a needle lying around again.
Maybe we can just stick it right in. So this is the, oops. And maybe even for the smaller one. And for the first two trees, which will go right there. Okay, you can still see them. Now it's my task to find the best side from this fly agaric. Just a little bit of glue and put it onto the map. Ta-da! Now the tiny one, here you go, which is pointing to the left. Did you hear that?
I heard it. I was a little afraid. I'm not sure what's happening.
Okay, some super glue. 1, 2, 3, 4, finish. Okay, now the trees. And I want to make it right. We have a bright one followed by a darker one. This could be the brighter one, and the darker one is a little bit smaller. And it is right here, yeah. Yeah, this should help. And this is a beautiful site. Ah, I haven't thought about this. The surface is a little bit crooked. But maybe we can just change the orientation of the trunk. Well, this is the wrong orientation. I'm not sure if we should glue it this way or if I use a knife to change.
I would just change it later on, maybe. And we'll just fix those that we can.
Yeah, yeah, because we have some smooth surface as well. Maybe we can place all the different parts which work, where we know which work. It's this guy, for example, Ingame, and we will place him right here. With glue. Just double check. Yeah. Oh yeah. You somehow painted a shadow underneath.
Yeah, I tried to at least match the greens that you used.
And this should work, I think. Yeah, this direction works. And it should go right here.
Oh, I love the little mushrooms.
Yeah, I really love these too. Look at that! The first pieces are placed. Okay, this is our problem part because the surface is crooked, but we will work on this later. But we can place another 2 trees. It's another bright one and a smaller, darker one. And they will go right here. Yeah. So we have the brighter one behind. This is Kirsten. If you're hearing this, she is working or mixing some beautiful colors together. And then
Not so beautiful, but thank you for assuming.
okay, and this one will go right here. Then we have this big tree right here. Okay. We use the needle again, once again.
What are these sounds? It's horrifying.
They are excited because they watch the live stream. It has to be this way.
I feel all better now.
Okay, now some further super glue. And look at the tiny detail, the grass, the piece of grass, which is right there. Oh, I can't believe it. Well, now I'm really curious. Maybe we can bring in some wool, some green wool, see what it looks like. Now I have some glue on my fingers. And if this doesn't look great, we can just take some green paper, put it together, smash it together, and then place it onto the map. I know, Steph, that the cable is really limited, but we have some wool. We should some. It even says wool. It says wool, but it's empty. Oh, it's here.
I just looked for the needles.
Oh, yeah.
It was there a second ago.
This is some beautiful green. It's not too strong, it's not too bright. And let's see, this is a little darker one. dark green, oh, perfect. I already love these colors. This is all colored wool. It's for all the sets in the online store. And let me just put this box into the spot where it belongs.
I'm not even
Because there's a label in the front which says wool, and there's another label. This is how we organize our stuff. Oh, maybe is the cable long enough? Can we go underneath?
There's just a lot of crap there at the moment.
Yeah, it's all our materials. Ah, we have even some green paper. And this is a beautiful set for our stop motion movie. We will start again very soon. Steph actually did this. So you can have a look at this beautiful thing. While I am looking for some green papers. Okay, here we have some green papers. Oh, I got it. Ah, I have to show you guys. This is really nice what I found. And then we just can compare materials and see what works best. And also which color works best, but well, color still can be manipulated. I make some space. These are all the materials. This is the blueprint. We have like 2 different kinds of green. Maybe we should bring in an expert on colors. Kirsten! Kirsten, come over here.
Being ridiculous. I'm pretty sure you can do this
This is what I found.
perfectly well yourself.
What should we do?
What should we do? I think
It's for this part.
I think these are all too cold. Like there's too little. If it was like if you would mix this color, for example, you'd use a lot of yellow and even red to mix it. So I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, yeah.
I think this one is probably the closest.
Because it is way warmer, right?
It is way warmer. If you'd use just colors to mix it, you basically wouldn't use any blue or very, very little blue. You would just use yellow and...
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, it matches perfectly the color. Yeah, maybe we can just paint some highlights, make it a little bit brighter.
We can try for sure. I mean,
Well, wool is not the best material to paint on.
I would just see if it looks right.
yeah.
I'm not quite sure about the material yet.
Yeah,
I feel like we should just use paper
and
paint it after.
and paint it. Yeah,
I think
Because the structure is just better for it. And
Yeah.
wool is a material which looks soft and light and should be placed as
yeah,
clouds in the sky.
yeah,
After.
yeah.
yeah, I mean, we plan, for example, to have like little wisps of clouds with wool.
With green clouds.
Green
Sure,
clouds, 'cause this
sure.
is the psychedelic country we're living in. No, with cream-colored clouds. But I think it would be like I think it would be sweeter to use something else.
Yeah.
But this color.
So we put this aside.
This is how you do organizing. You don't like it, you just throw it away. Don't do this.
But what we can place are these beautiful flowers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad you made them.
Yeah, this is what we can work on right now. And yeah, so I try to find the positions for these. And as promised, we will work on these. We make some paper pieces and color them. Okay, we have some flowers. This is making me aggressive. This piece of paper. No, I start right here. Okay, it's next to the mountain, so it would be there and there. 1, 2. Then we have right here in this edge, or right next to the edge, 1, 2, 3, and another 2 flowers right there, pointing to Mount Size. 1, 2. We take the super glue one more time and we will glue all these beautiful flowers onto the map. Let's see how this works, because they are really tiny. Number 1. Number 2. Oops, both stick together. Number 3 and 4. And then we have another, oh no, I don't have enough flowers. Or maybe they are upstairs. I think the bigger one was this one. So some more flower sculpting for me.
You did say it was very easy and it took very little time.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, but you get the idea. And then I created this little guy so we can hide him. We have some more trunks which go right here, for example, as decoration. We have another one which could go there, another one which could go there. So it's all quite beautiful. Look at that. I'd say that's it for Garin Forest for now. For those of you who have just joined the stream, we will show you some crazy stuff we were planning with LED light, and then we'll have a look what Kirsten has been doing. And yeah, let's have a look. I take over the cam because Steph will show you.
You guys the LEDs that I haven't prepared, but Moritz did, and they are red. Not yet, but they're gonna be once I plug it in.
Oh
So,
yeah.
they're very beautiful to use it for the volcano that I actually prepared in that case, and we placed some plexiglass inside because we're gonna pour some epoxy resin over it, on top of it, so that it pours out. Hopefully it illuminates a little bit. This is actually the plan for many parts on the map that we use LEDs, like for example at Rift Worlds, which would be here on the map or over there. And it would be there in this whitish, beautiful area. And we can go over to our experiment where we just poured some epoxy resin in to make some testings with the construction firm. And you can actually see how it gets hot, and here it like shrunk this part away. It was, before it was like that, it was a clean cut. So now epoxy resin, heat and plastic, they don't like each other, so this is what happens. And yeah, we'll place it in here. If you drill a hole, you see that it gets blind at the sides.
Yeah, but still illuminates everything
it still
around.
illuminates, and we have too much light. And this is too far. My arm is not flexible like that. And yeah. So after all, you can still see that, if I hold my hand here, how it illuminates the epoxy resin.
Oh yeah.
And so hopefully this effect will happen here too. But we'll see that later on in 2 weeks when we have the next video, which isn't a live stream. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for showing this, and thanks again Moritz for preparing this for us. And now we will have a look what Kirsten has been doing.
Sounds so ominous. Please don't. No, it's all right.
The ominous voice from the backside.
Let's look at this.
With clever quotes always on the lips.
Yes, so I've been working on Prophagus Ruins, which has a very weird color scheme. Like, it's beautiful, but painting it is like, what? What is going on? Why is this green? Why is this orange? I'm not sure. But I think I'm getting there. I think I'm getting there. Like, these are pinks for some reason.
It looks amazing, the difference.
And I try to like, there are like, this is an in-between country basically, where you have like some of the reds from Feynman volcano, so it sips into the color, which I think is very beautiful. Like, it has like these soft hints of orange and red, and I'm trying to work them in, and hopefully, yeah, it's going to look nice in the end. But I think I'm slowly getting there. Yes.
And I really love how you included these really bright spots right there. Now I recognize them on the image as well, after you've painted these, and I can't believe they are that bright, but they are.
I mean, I think they're even lighter than these. The first layer of color is always a little like muddy. Colors aren't like they're bleeding into each other, which I really like because you get a lot of variation and unexpected things happen. But in the end, if you want to have like sharp edges like that, it definitely makes sense for the first layer to be dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing.
And we have also this hole with some teeth. I guess I have to create these with clay, right?
I mean, that's what you said. You were like, yes, I'm going to do that. It's going to look amazing.
It looks like from Star Wars, this hole. You know this?
Jabba's hole.
Is it called Jabba?
No,
Jabba's
it
hole?
was there, I guess.
Yeah.
I do
So
remember.
it's
I do
his.
remember how it looks, but I'm not sure if it's Jabba. Is it Jabba the Hutt?
Well, never mind. I'll
Never
create
mind.
it with clay, with these tiny teeth. Maybe I thought about coating it with clay first, pulling out the clay again, and then, well, including all these tiny teeth. And this should work pretty well, I think.
Yeah, I think that's going to be lovely, especially because you get the weird wonky shape.
Yeah.
I made. I'm so sorry. It's not a perfect circle. It's
You don't
somewhere.
have to be perfect.
You don't have to. It's close to being a circle, I guess. Yes, so that's what I've been doing.
And look at this. I really love how you test colors. It's everywhere. It's here and there.
Yes.
And oh no, just kidding.
No, I mean what I do. I'm really like it's a good thing that I'm wearing this because I clean my brushes on this, and I'm just a big old mess. It's the truth.
But it looks beautiful in the end. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Now we will take some further comments from you, some further questions from your side. So I'll go upstairs before we wrap up. And there's still some pizza left, if any one of you want. No? Pizza claim. It's called pizza claim. Now pizza. Now I can read some of the comments. How's everyone doing? Good, I really hope so. Do we have some questions? I will read some of the questions.
I've read some questions out, but I think the community is asking a lot of questions in the moment.
Perfect. So
we can start with writing out questions.
Thanks a lot for collecting all your questions. So, first one from Lucas Woodward. How did you learn how to make things out of clay? This is a personal question. Well, it's I started as a kid doing stuff with clay. I stopped for some years and I started again. And right now I'm doing a lot out of clay. So it's just some practice, a lot of passion to not be too much frustrated from time to time, so that you still keep going. And I somehow calculated that in my life, I spent nearly 12,000 hours just sculpting, which is a lot. And you improve. I still improve, so it's not like you just learn once the techniques and do your stuff. You can still improve. For me, it's human faces. One of the things I have to improve, it's still some color parts or proportions. This is all the stuff I can still learn. And I think Kirsten said that, it's always the same type of difficulty. So even if you improve, you never lose this feeling of being overwhelmed, and that stuff with clay, with art, with learning a language or whatever it is, it still feels difficult as well. Next one is from Neko Teko. What will you do with the map after finishing it? What will we do with the Summoner's War map after we finished it? It's a good question. We will deliver it. It is still somehow a secret, so I really hope that no one is listening from Summoner's War. It will be delivered to them and will be also displayed at their office, and we are really thrilled to get their response when they first see the map, and maybe they can even make a video for us. Peter Parker, thank you for your donation. Any tips on making stuff? Well, this is a wide-ranging question. I'd say the first thing, as always, is to get started. It always is. It's like 80% is all about getting started and not doing whatever, but just get things done. Yeah. Polycla, okay, asked, hi Simon, what camera mount do you use? Love your videos. Thanks so much for the compliment. I think you mean this thing here, right? It is from Manfrotto. The brand is called Manfrotto. And it's the magic arm. And we have tons of these. When we can switch to this cam right now, I'll show you just the magic arms which are surrounding me in the circle of 1 meter. It is, for example, this light is rigged on a magic arm so that I can change it in the way I need it to be. Okay. Then I have another magic arm right over there, which is a rig for a camera. For my videos. Then we have on the other side, we have another lamp and a spotlight, and everything is rigged onto these magic arms. And Kirsten is using one right now on the left side. She has a camera. I'm not really sure if you can see this. So this is really magic. It's quite expensive. Manfrotto magic arm. Yeah. Any further questions from your side? Make Aquaman from Fortnite. Yes, I think I'll create him. But first I will focus on some map parts from Fortnite because, as you know, the last skin has been Kit. Do we have some further questions?
Yeah, some people ask if you want to yourself.
Myself out of clay. Well, we did that.
I know.
If you, well, you know, but maybe people don't know.
Not bad.
Yeah, it feels like if I have to sneeze. Now it's gone. If you watch the intro, you'll see that there is a clay puppet moving, and I did my best that you see that it should be myself, but it could be anybody. So yeah. Yeah, any further questions from your side? Okay, I try to read. The Puppet Master 13, ClayClaim. First of all, if you're reading this, I love your videos. Also, I'm German. Hey, that's cool. I have long hair and I am wearing it in a man bun. I have one too. Look at this. It's a man bun. It's called man bun, and you have to say it like this. Man bun and not man bun. So we are pretty similar. Can you make a loot shark with meow skulls? Oh, it's a great idea. This is the shark which you can ride in the water, right? I actually thought about creating a shark out of clay and adding some epoxy resin to it so that it looks like water, and then adding a beautiful skin on top, riding it. So it is on my list, but again, first there comes the map piece, then there will be another character. Yeah.
Do we ship to the Philippines?
Do we ship to the Philippines? Do we ship to the Philippines?
Well, we can.
We can. Yes, we can. But if there are countries where we can't ship to, you won't be able to complete the checkout process in the online store on ClayClaim.com, so don't worry. And if so, we'll do a refund, so don't worry. Yeah. If not, give us a really bad rating on the products. But we'll do a refund, so don't worry. Some further questions from your side. Can you make Oswald the Lucky Rabbit? No, funny. I put it on my list. Are you using fiber optics? What is this? What is fiber optics? Is it a lens? Maybe? Fiber optics? When you're talking about this lens, this one is from Canon. It's a 24 millimeters. It's a pancake. Fiber optics. Ah, okay. We just checked what fiber optics is. Now we got some images, but I still don't get what fiber optics are.
It's a cable, a very quick cable.
For internet access, maybe?
We use it for internet.
Yeah,
we know how to film with it.
Yeah, or do you mean we could use it for creative work? Well, this is a great idea for maybe even for the volcano. From Summoner's War, to simulate one of the lava spreading out, something like that. Some further questions? Do you have some further questions on your list?
A lot of questions if you can speak German.
If I can speak German again. Yes! No? Yes? Ja. Ja, ich kann auch Deutsch sprechen. Es klingt ein bisschen anders. Wenn ihr ein Video sehen wollt, wo ich Deutsch spreche, GTV hat den Kanal auf YouTube mit allen, nee, nicht mit allen, aber mit sehr, sehr vielen Videos mittlerweile, wo ich natürlich auch selber das Voiceover mache. So, check out GTV, this YouTube channel. There are some German videos from, well, the ClayClaim universe as well. Maybe some last questions. I have a look on the watch. We are running out of time, unfortunately. Well, can I see the questions one more time, maybe?
Okay.
Office or house? I don't get the question. If maybe where we are working from? Well, this is our studio. It's none of our homes. So this is a place where we are going to, and I think nobody has slept here in, or? No. So we... Oh yeah, I'd love to do some naps here from time to time. Yeah. We have still a lot to do. We really have. You have seen that I haven't even placed half of my stuff. This is what we will do in the next week, and after this we will keep you updated with our videos. Of course we will. I'd love to read some more of your questions, and we will do this even after the live stream, and we will come back to you. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I really hope you enjoyed the creative show, and that you are supporting us with what we are doing. Thanks a lot for today's sponsor, which is Summoner's War. And I totally forgot to mention, there is a code. We have a code. Maybe some of you have already read that in the description. The code is MiniatureMapSW, and you get like 50,000 mana for this, something like that. I wrote it down in the description. I can't remember right now. go check out the game, Summoner's War. We can play together, you can add me, it's just ClayClaim. Recently I learned that I can't take the name in every game because it is already taken. But in Summoner's War you can look for us, ClayClaim, you can play with us, and you can, you can join us on this creative journey to create the Summoner's War world map with clay, cardboard, foam, and so many different materials. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Thanks a lot for everyone included right here in the studio. Andy right here, who has been working like crazy to not only read, read all your questions, but also doing all the live stream technique behind, and he basically learned that all by himself. The cameraman today was Steph, who's on the left side. And he also worked so much on this project, but today mostly as the cameraman behind. And then we have Kirsten painting a lot on the continent, doing beautiful stuff with all these colors. And for you guys, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone is safe, stay creative, and see you very soon, even this week on the channel. Bye.